Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Lana Scott Lighthouse. Today, my question is, do you know if you're going through a spiritual awakening? In my own experience, my spiritual awakening started, I'd had it kind of slowly coming along until COVID hit. And as a lot of people, as a lot of you already know, if you looked into my earlier videos, when COVID first came, it was like in April of 2000 when I was working for Head Start. They made everybody go home. That following summer, in June, my partner of 5 years, Will, died of cardiac arrest, and I was totally devastated. A lot of things started happening. I'd had a niece visiting from Las Vegas who committed suicide in my house a few weeks after he died. She had taken off, and I think she was going through a big, huge spiritual awakening. She had already been having... Well, she had always seen auras. And I used to, whenever I used to talk to her, I asked her, hey, you know, when you look at different people, what colors do you see? How do you see it? And here recently, I've started kind of seeing a few of my own. One of my favorite tarot readers, San from San Tarot. I was looking at her video and I said, I don't know if it's the lighting or not, but I think I see your aura and it's purple and gold. And she actually blew me a kiss on that one. So I don't know if it was the lighting or if I was actually seeing her aura. So everyone's going through a spiritual awakening. Some people who aren't into spirituality or into structured religion or not, it just depends on the person. But I think everybody's going through spiritual awakenings right now because us as a species, we are changing. I personally feel like I am definitely a starseed. When I was a kid, I used to go, when are you coming back to get me? You know, little kids think weird things, but I had all kind of spiritual things going on around me, and I never understood what they were. But my niece, she unexpectedly came to stay with us. I got a call from out of the blue, and she was in New Orleans. She, unknown to me, had been talking to my youngest son. They're like 8 months apart. Both of them were in their mid-30s. And me and my boyfriend ended up having to go from Mississippi to Louisiana, New Orleans, to go pick her up because she missed her bus. We didn't even know she was coming. So she came to stay, and for like 2 months, it was a topsy-turvy roller coaster ride, because at first everything seemed normal, and she apparently was trying to get away from home because she'd had some troubles. Her and her mom weren't getting along. She'd been living with her mom. She had gotten divorced, and she had been fighting for her kids, and then her ex-husband took over their kids. She couldn't see her kids, and she was really freaking out about a lot of that. And then she was having these other things. And at the time, I didn't think she was crazy, but I knew she was going through something. Because she was going, Aunt Lana, I swear, I'm seeing angels. I'm hearing Jesus. She was going through all these things. She said all kind of weird things. She said, I could see all kind of weird things going on in Las Vegas that I didn't understand what was going on. And that actually proved to be a fact, because at a later date, me and my son were waiting to get time on the phone at one time. I had gone to Boost Mobile, I think it was, to get time on my phone. People were in line, and me and my son were talking, and a guy in front of us heard us mention Las Vegas, and we were talking about my niece, because this was a short time after she had passed. And he turned around, he says, that's right. And I went, what? And he's like, yeah. He goes, there's some really weird things going on in Las Vegas. And so we told him some of the things she had told us, and he said she wasn't lying. And I was like, oh my God, here's this total stranger. My hair looks funky today. And he's telling us these things that my niece had told us, and this was someone who didn't even know us. And I was like, oh my God, what if some of the things she told me were true? And then I started going through my own spiritual awakening. I already had some clairvoyant or clairaudient things. We have this, I can't remember what the name of it is, but we have this thing sometimes where in our family, my sister has it real bad. She hates it. Me, I love it. You don't always like what you see. We have this thing where if you touch someone sometimes, you will later get visions in your head. Me, the way it works is if I touch someone and get away from them, the pictures come in later. And I've actually gone back and asked people, did you have this and this happen? And them say, yes, that happened. And me go, oh, I haven't more than I think I do. I just don't pay attention because I'm ADHD. My mind's always going, even when I'm sleeping. But at any rate, my niece was going through these things, and now hindsight's 20/20, folks. If you have any family member that's going through something, don't automatically assume that there's something wrong with them, because Spirit talks to us in many different ways, shows us things in many different ways. And knowing what I know now, 2 years after she's been gone, if I would have known any of these things 2 years ago, I could have helped her so much more. We could have meditated together. We could have done some research. We could have done all kind of things but she just, a lot of it she wasn't having. She didn't want to go get help at a mental health facility. She didn't want to do anything. She didn't want her family to know where she was. And they were in Las Vegas sending out things on Facebook. They were pleading, where is she? And I promised her I wouldn't say anything. And her at 34 years old, she had that right. And they were mad at me for a long time. Matter of fact, my ex-sister-in-law is probably still mad at me. But she was 34 years old. If she didn't want to be found, and she found safe haven at my house, who am I? I know her mom was worried, and I really wanted to tell her. But at the same time, I didn't want to, I was trying to help my niece at the same time. And that's just one of those gray areas, folks, you have to figure out for yourself if you have a family member come to you. And it's up to you if you tell them. If they're a minor, by all means. But listen to their story first and see what's going on, because you never know what someone else is going through until you've walked in their shoes. That being said, I have about 4 videos that my niece and I, when she was going through the spiritual awakening, that we videotaped in the room she was sleeping in that she ultimately committed suicide in. Some people may not like this. I'm not sure. This was before, though. And I saw and we experienced some things that now she definitely had spirits around her, and they were trying to help her and guide her. And I'm going to publish a couple of those, and feel free to comment. Some people aren't going to like it, and I may even get into some trouble, but I hope that I don't. But the thing of it is there's a lot of people out there that aren't very spiritual, that are going through things that they cannot explain. And I would really, really be upset to find out that someone was having a spiritual awakening and thought they were going crazy and did something stupid or foolish. So that is what the purpose of all this is that for those that are having a spiritual awakening, that you don't do something foolish, that you don't freak out, talk to someone, rather it's someone from your church, your favorite aunt, your favorite uncle, your favorite cousin, your best friend, your dog. I don't care who you talk to. But whatever you do, I Google everything. Google everything, because there is nothing wrong with ever seeking help or looking to see what's going on with yourself, because our world is changing so much, and there's so much social media, and there's so many things going on with the government, and there's so many things going on in other worlds, and there's all these cyber attacks, and there's all the different things that we've gone through, 9/11, and our world is nothing like it was. When I was a kid, nobody knew what the hell a cyber attack was. You stayed outside till the lights came on, and you went home then. You didn't have to worry about pedophiles picking you up. It happened back then, I'm sure, but not like it does today. So that's my message for today. If you are having a spiritual awakening, and there's a whole kind of list of things that you can have going on. You can have things of vivid dreams, your intuition talking to you, your ears ringing. That's a big one for me, because when she was talking about angels and everything, and I was like, okay, well, that was before I started getting the triple, double, and seeing pictures in my head of angels, and I'm not on drugs, I'm not crazy, and I don't care who agrees with me or doesn't agree with me. Everyone goes through something different. I've even heard stories of twins that had different experiences, and just, there's just all kind of stuff out there, folks. But everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own purpose in life. And whatever you're going through, somebody else has gone through something similar, I promise you. So, if you need help, Google it. Talk to someone. This is Lana Scott. I'm trying to help by being by doing the best that I can do, by spreading what knowledge I have and my own experiences. I am a light in the darkness. You be a light in the darkness. If you can help someone, help them. Have your boundaries up. Don't let people use and abuse you. But if you can help someone, help someone. Guide them. If you can't, just like the girl, those who have seen my past videos, the girl I stopped from committing suicide when I was a teenager, or I think I was in my early 20s, because I think it was after my mother passed away. Take someone to a safe place. If someone asks you for help and asks you to get them somewhere safe, see if you can help. If you can't, call someone that can help them. That's another big thing of mine. If I can't help you, I'll try to find someone who can. So, folks, that's my message for today. I am going to upload some videos of my past experiences, and when I do upload them, I'm not sure how to merge my YouTube videos with the videos that I have. So I'm going to have to try to get some help on that. If not, I'll upload the videos and then upload a short YouTube video to explain the previous video, because I'm still new to I'm just computer illiterate. And even using my smartphone, I'm just not. I mean, I'm 59 years old. Give me a break. So, but I do want to help people. And for anyone that's experiencing something that they don't know what the hell is going on, and they're getting physical sensations, they're getting pictures in their head that they've never gotten before, they touch someone and see flashes of that person's life, or you suddenly start realizing you understand what your dog is feeling. I have a friend that's very sensitive to animals, and she's used to be, her name is Shy. She used to be deathly afraid of spiders. Now they congregate on her ceiling, on her little porch outside of her FEMA cottage that she lives in, her little house, and she talks to them. She says it makes her feel better because she said, because I remember a time when she jumped on a chair. When I said, hey, there's a spider, she literally jumped on a chair and started screaming, kill it, kill it, kill it. It was funny. Now, me and her actually laugh about that. She's a lot older now. She was like 16 at the time. Now she's like in her mid-30s. She's same age as my son, youngest son. But folks, be a light in the darkness. And I am going to upload some of these videos. And maybe they can help someone. Maybe someone else will look at them and say, wow, that's what I'm going through. Everything I want to do on my videos is to help someone. So if any of it helps you, or you know someone else that might be helped by the information, like, subscribe, share. I'm going to keep posting my light in the darkness. This is Lana Scott, Lighthouse.